Well, we need a microphone to start. Are you? Cool. Hello, young man. Take it easy. You got a big day tomorrow. I know you veterans. You have a.
The MC.
Yeah, you veterans have. You don't play every session, so you.
But that's why we don't have to play.
Well, we can start without the. Yeah. Where's Noel? Are we starting with such bright lighting? Do you want to come for an interview, or where are you going? We're on. We're not on. I'm not on, so you can carry on chatting. I'm not on yet, so yeah. Nope. Must I shout? Hello, hello. Are we on? Can anyone hear me? No. No. It's going well so far, I think. You're a dentist, not an audiologist. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after that slight technical glitch, welcome to the 2026 Bowl South Africa Masters. This is where you clap, clap. It's an honor and a privilege to finally get the microphone. It's the third time I've been at the dinner. I'll never make it as a player, but finally, after 3 dinners, I've now got the microphone. And you know, bowls is progressing quite nicely. I see a lot of color in the t-shirts. You know, I know the likes of Bobby Donnelly got a lot of whites, and Burkett, etc., got a lot of whites. But there's colors now, which is quite cool. And a couple of years ago, we had Skulk Poseidon up here, and he told a couple of jokes that might have been considered a bit risque. Then we had Victor last year, and he also, you know, he's enjoying himself up there, and he admired a few of the ladies and things like that, which I thought was slightly risky. But in a truly bold move by Bowl South Africa, one that will probably go down in history, is they've asked the person that they fired in November to be the MC. So David Hammer, there's no unsend on that email. We're going to roast pretty much everyone in the room. And you've already paid for my return flight. So with that in mind, I'm just going to leave it up in the air and say good luck for your night.
Sorry, I'm now having technical issues here. Which is quite important. Get this up and running. Oh, there we go, there we go. All right, so as Wade said, welcome to the 2026 Bowl South Africa Masters Gala Dinner. And I think it's a privilege for everyone sitting here to enjoy this evening, and congratulations to all the players. There are some starters, bread rolls and things on the table, so please go ahead and enjoy those while I talk a little bit of rubbish. So on behalf of the President and Executive of Bowl South Africa, welcome to the opening function of 2026 Bowl South Africa Masters Championship. We'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following dignitaries. President of Bowls South Africa, Mr. David Harmer. Vice President of Bowls South Africa, Lila Young. The executive members of Bowls South Africa, Owen James, Bruce Burt, Fred Dark, and Damon Stephans. COO of SASCOC, Ms. Patience Shikwambana. Bowls representative from DSAC, Mr. Karabo Kadi and his partner, thank you for joining us. And then very importantly, the sponsors that help us make these events possible and for us to run events all over South Africa. So our partners with Fairtree, Lombard, Barnard, and Brazla van Schoor. Bowls South Africa sponsor from Barton, Perfect Delivery, GC sorry. President of Wingate Park Bowling Club, James Rushton. President of the hosting district, Bowls Gauteng North, Florence van Sale. Florence is also hardworking on the LOC. President of Gauteng Bowls, Sanette Kritzinger. President of Johannesburg Bowls, Kaylin Silk. And President of Ekurhuleni Bowls, Mr. Mike Hunt. Then a very special welcome to members of the tournament committee under the able convenership of Nico Bouzart. Bowls South Africa National Standing Committee, Media and Marketing Committee, who have obviously put a huge amount of effort into this evening, Nanelle Sherry, Arthur Langley, Shanae Westerfield, and Chantel Grotto, as well as our dedicated live streamers from Talking Heads, Noel and Cole Solomons. Welcome to the National Standing Committees of the selectors and technical officials, as well as Brian Hart, the convener of the National Standing Committee of Greens. Welcome to all honoured guests and a very warm welcome to all the players here this evening. With all protocols having been observed, we shall continue with the evening's formalities and maybe not so much formalities.
Can I interrupt you?
Of course you can.
So thanks to the guys at Fairtree, I've just got an SMS to say that if I do carry on with my MC-ship, that they will give me 5,000 rand. So thank you to Fairtree. And then obviously the night is, we're going to introduce some players. We're hopefully going to do things a lot faster. I know that a lot of the men's vets need a lot of their beauty sleep. Becky, why are you laughing? But it's a great night. We're going to celebrate bowls. Obviously, on Sunday, we're going to crown new champions. But I'm going to first take this opportunity to welcome Jason Evans. Jason, where's your hand? 6 times? No, another finger, Jason. 6 times Masters champion. Well done for your win last year. And then, obviously, someone who's done that and a little bit more, Colleen Pickett. Where's Colleen? There we go, legend. So Jason, one more to go until you can match Colleen, and then we can start talking about bragging rights. And I know that there are a lot of guys here that are chasing down some titles, but let's give a shout out first to the veterans. Neil Burkett, after his debut last year, he's sitting. Can you notice that there's a gap between him and the doctor? So they're not talking much. And Kevin, it's great that you're here as the defending champion. I mean, you're not even the best bowler in your club, but you're the best veteran in South Africa. So, I mean, that's special. Billy Radloff's here. Billy, how are you? Absolute champion. He's moved on to the veterans, which is lovely to see. And obviously, he's now taking advantage. They play fewer games, so that glass of wine is going to be topped up all night, which is amazing. And obviously, there are a lot of stars, and it's wonderful. But it's also a sad night, in a way, because, guys like Nick Shabengurik and Brad Robinson, it's probably their last time that they're going to be here. So enjoy the occasion, gentlemen. Enjoy it. You've given us a lot of highlights. But, good luck. That's all I can say. And then, there's no one else really to roast, because we're going to get to the likes of, I've already mentioned Brad, but we're going to spread the love a little bit as we go. But also a shout out to all the selectors. Where are they sitting? All spread around? So far, so good. You guys have done a sterling job. I think the fields assembled are very, very strong. Peter Harvey does send his regards. But then again, there are not a lot of Western Province voters around here. So Kevi, well done to flying the flag. We've got Maggie, we've got Lydia, and we've got Armand. No, Burkitt's Eastern Cape. He's not. Obviously, and Mo, yes. And so we got Armand, we got Mo, Annika. So we do have a few. It's just Peter Harvey we're missing. Okay. I think I've made my point on that one. Should we carry on with the night?
Thank you, Wade. You can keep interrupting me. It's not a problem. All right, guys. I'd like to hand over to James Rushton. James, did you forget about that? You looked a bit surprised.
I didn't think it was going to be so early.
Listen, we run a tight ship here. We don't muck around it. The players might have taken their time getting in, but it's now over to you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wingate Park Country Club. On behalf of the club and BGN as the hosting district, it's an absolute honor for us to once again be hosting this prestigious tournament. It's fantastic to see so many of the top players in this country here to celebrate a sport that we all love and enjoy. And I hope that during the course of this weekend, we can really bring out that sportsmanship, the love for the game, and that's what brings us all together at the end of the day. So at this point, I'd just like to hand over the greens to Mr. David Hanna.
Thank you, James. Thank you very, very much. All right, ladies and gents, you may now go and eat dinner.
Yes.
All right. Hello, 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 hello. James, are we working? Hello, tasting, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, I'll start shouting. So use that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully they sort out the sound. I think that's a bit better. I hope everyone enjoyed the dinner. Natalie, I won't give your secrets away, but hopefully you can sort something out there. I'd like to call on David Harmer, please, to have a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole list of the people that are welcome. I will just go to this table because Kurabo was a little bit late for, he didn't get his name. So Kurabo from DSAC, welcome. We do appreciate that you are here. The others, protocol observed, welcome. I'll take Claire's protocols observed. Again, we're going to make a little bit of history today. I'm not going to read you my speech. I'm actually going to give you a history lesson. Some of the history has already been announced. For those that don't know, the Men's Open Masters started in 1969. It was not played in 2021, and thus it is the 56th edition of the Men's Open Masters this year. The women, they were a little bit slower. They started in 1971, also not played in 2021. Thus is their 54th edition of the Masters. We had them separated because there was always a fight between the men and the women who tried to be the best. And we eventually decided we have to bring them together, and they started playing the Masters, men and women, together in 1997. So well done, men and women, you started playing well together. The veterans, again, the men were a little bit ahead of the women. They started playing in 1998. For some other reason, they were not played in 2003. I couldn't find out exactly why. And again in 2021. So this is their 26th edition of the Men Veteran Masters. The women started in 1999, and this is their 25th edition. So well, congratulations on your silver anniversary to the ladies vets. They then started playing, they played at the same venue from the start, together, the men and the women. And they eventually joined the Open Masters at the same venue in 2006. The juniors at that stage and now the under 30s, the men and women started together. So at least we got one thing right to get these lot to start at the same time. They started in 2007, not played in 2021. They have now reached the age that they are allowed to be in the bar, and they are now on the 18th edition. So well done, juniors, you are now allowed in the bar. Excepting our one young lady that is not 18 yet. You were not born when it started, so you're not allowed in the bar yet. Looking at some of the records, one or two of them have been announced already. In the Women Open, the most wins is Colleen Pickett with 7. Congratulations, Colleen. Most finals played, also Colleen with 11. In the men, again, Jason, they already said that you're a little bit short. You're on 6, so congratulations on that. And then the person that just about started playing, when we started playing the men's open, Jerry Baker, you are on 13th, you are playing your 14th event. So congratulations on that. You played in 13 finals, sorry. Most veteran wins is Ellie van Collis. She had 4 wins, and she's also played in the most finals in the women's veterans of 7. Then the men's veterans, I don't know how this person got it right, but the most wins is Tians Fraser. I'm a little bit skeptical about that one. And then Eddie Fan, that is also on 4. They both on 4. So congratulations to the 2 of them. And Eddie Fan has played in the most finals. He has played in 6 finals. In the under 30s, the most wins, Jackie Jansen van Rensburg and Desi, you have both won it twice. So congratulations. And Jackie and Janita Dutoy have played in the most finals. They have played in 3. The men, yeah, we again have a bit of a contested one. Most wins is Wilson, who I'll agree with that one. And then Cecil Borman too. I think he bought a medal or 2 from somebody as well. So congratulations on them. They both have won 2. Most finals for an under 30 player, Cecil with 5. So Cecil, I don't know when you started playing, but congratulations. My last bit of the history is a bit of an international flavor. How many of you know how many times South Africa has invited international players to play in the Masters? Jerry, you're not allowed to answer. Anybody with a guess? Not you, sorry, Bobby.
Steve Gleason, Barry Lister. I'm trying to work out. Baker beat Gleason. That was his first Masters victory. He didn't matter.
The very first people invited, in 1994, they invited John Bell and Tony Alcock from England to play in the Masters. 1999, it was Steve Glasson and Karen Murphy. Karen, unfortunately, had to come and get some gold from South Africa, so she won the gold medal, and Steve won the silver medal in that year. And then the last couple that were invited in 2016 was Barry Lester and Carla, that's her name, also from Australia. So we have had 3 times that they have played. I think it's time that we get some international flavor added again, which will mean we'll have to increase the number of people we invite to the Masters, because I can't cut South Africans to put them in. So from my side, again, congratulations to all the players that are here tonight. You are our best players, whether you're playing in the Open, the Masters or the Juniors, you are our best players. I look forward to some really fantastic balls. Unfortunately, for those that are coming from far, BGN player will win the gold in the men and in the women's Open. The rest will be fighting for the silver medal, which I will then determine a little bit later when I look at the money on my table, who gets that. So, but for the rest, thank you very much for coming. I do appreciate everything. My 2 MCs, again, history made that we've got 2 MCs. For a change, of woman MC as well. Thanks for everything that you have done, and thanks for the evening that you're giving us. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So, yeah, well, Wade, I was going to give you a hard time now anyway. So maybe the retainer that they were paying you, Sean, you can help the executive with some history going forward, because it sounds like you're on it. Guys, next I'd like to call up, we are very lucky to have SASCOC representative here. So Patience Chikwambama, I'd like to call you up to say a few words, please.
I start like that because ek probeer maar om Afrikaans te praat. Is that a mooi one, eh? No, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me acknowledge the President and your executive with all protocol observed. I promised someone outside that I'm going to take 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. 2 things, just to congratulate you, all of you that have made it to participate in this Masters. Take pride on your participation. We currently preparing as SASCO for the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. So hoping that some of you are going to join us in July. So all the best for this weekend. But I want to emphasize 2 things. Take pride on what we are doing, because we are making a difference and impact in sport in the country. So don't underestimate what you are doing. But the second one, tell your stories. We don't hear a lot, President, about loan boats. So you need to start talking about it. It must not only when you take the team to Commonwealth that we know how good you are. I've been fortunate to travel with most of you. Colleen, she knows I'm a troublemaker. Jason also knows that I'm a troublemaker as well. But I think we gelled very well. So from our side as SASCO, and with our colleague from the department, we want to wish you well. Let the best player win, and please, fair play must prevail. And all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much for those words. And I think what's really important is tell your stories and take it forward. Bowl South Africa are trying to do a lot in terms of marketing, so let's help them and let's spread those stories wide. All right, so unfortunately there's not a famous guest speaker. You've had some jokes from Wade and some boring things from myself. But we have decided to change up the proceedings for this evening. So I'm just going to explain what we're going to do. We are going to call up in order vets, juniors, and then opens. And we'll be calling the players up in their sections. You will come up, you will receive your badges in your sections, and you'll go up onto the stage and have a section photograph. If you would like individual photographs, you are very welcome after the event to come up. And I know that the Bowl South Africa Marketing Committee will be around to take those photos, and we can spread them wide on social media. Then the good news here is a few of you have been handpicked by Wade and myself. And I will tell you who those people are, and you will then come and join me up here for a little chit-chat. But I am saying beware. Maybe hide, because Wade is going to be roaming around and having conversations at those tables. So careful, guys. I'm just saying, if you don't, duck under the table, but we know who you want to speak to, so you won't be running away quickly. All right, so to the formal badge handing procedure. I would like to call up Lila, Glazer, thank you, Glazer. And David, Lila and David, can you please come up so we can start the badge handing out? All right, we're going to begin with the vets, and we will start with the vets ladies. In section 1, Sherry Ann Mills, Vilma Richardson, Glenda Matthews, Setha Makoto, Lydia Maritz, and Gillian Bingham. Guys, and then just onto the stage, please.
Take lead to the stage.
Take it and then onto the stage. Ladies. Ladies, that side for the photo.
Short in front, tall at the back.
Apologies to our wonderful SASCON representative, but she says the stories like those aren't being told. But I've got a nice tweet here from Shirley, not Shirley, sorry,
who went viral on Twitter, or now X, sorry, Elon Musk. I'd like you to read out the tweet that she sent on the 12th of December. Can you?
Okay, look at these gorgeous views on Medal Day. Bronze for the gents and silver for the ladies. What a collegiate experience it will be. So proud at Bolton. We're going to drink some and bring you back. I don't know why she was waiting to drive back.
27 replies, 52 retweets, 474 likes, 1 expletive, and 8,600 accounts reached. Well done.
Mama said, Mama, whenever you see me, you always call me baby. So for me, it's a lovely term, affectionate term. I would like to know how many of you to be playing the best this year. How many hands left?
Playing the bets really is something this new age. Yes, that's when they are usually in the program. The best it's a little bit. So what not for that lady on the rest, sir?
If you had to play Kevin Smith, your fellow veterans, if you had to pick a favorite outside of yourself, who's your hot tip in case the bookies are making a betting market tonight? Okay, so that's it. We put a target on their backs. Thank you for the chat.
Thank you.
Okay, we will move on to section 2 in the ladies' vets. Heather Pembroke, Sue Tarr, Pam Cole-Cook, Gillian Booth, Baby Majunyana, and Tracy Jacobs.
Wonderful friend.
I've made a promise not to mention on the live stream that he turns 78 next month. So I didn't say it on the live stream, I said it at the opening function.
Yeah.
So guys, I think everyone knows Sue Tarr very well. She's contributed to the game both on the green and off the green. Assuming that the eyes are looking at you, is very tough and fierce competitor. And you've done that for so many years. What would you say, how have you managed to handle that and let it go for so long?
I think it's just my tenacity and how I do things.
I like that.
But I think it's the challenge. I think if you're up to the challenge and you enjoy it, I think the most important thing is about enjoying what you do. Because if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. So it doesn't matter what sport you're in. And I think it's just that, I don't know, I was brought up by a very competitive parent. That's a good memory. Yeah, the fun comes from there. It's like if you can't do it properly, you don't do it at all. So, yeah. Very nice.
So love it, but play fiercely. All right, over to the good-looking gentleman. And at our table, there were a couple of comparisons in age, but I won't mention any of those. All right, so men, section 1, John Connellan, Roger Boole, Tiens Fraser, Otto Hollicke, Andries Janssen van Rensburg, and Neil Burkett.
Randburg, Modderfontein, National Fours. I played the shot, drew it. We're holding. We got 1 foot in the knockouts. I say to my skip, the mighty Billy Radloff, I say, Bill, please let me just declare the wood out there in the far right. He says, no, wait, you just put it in here and you'll be okay. How did it end up?
No comment.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I've got honorary membership at Randburg for life after they made it all the way through that match into a bronze medal. So thanks, Paul.
No problem.
Oh my goodness.
You've punished so many of these players for so many years, so now I can give you a bit of a hard time. Jens, you're known as a superb coach, very methodical in how you work with your players. You say that you follow a very simple routine. What do you put all the players and your players through? That's awesome. Jens, I've got one more question, and I think it's a question that many players would like to know. What is your personal best from the nest to the gate and back to the greens? Guys, take notes, eh? Take notes. Thank you, Jens. All right, moving on to section 2 in the men's vets. Our reigning champion, Kevin Smith, Billy Radloff, Robbie Robertson, Arnold Muscat, John Douthwaite, and Francois Kuhn.
Hello, Lila.
Now, I'm picking on you, by the way.
President, thank you. Thanks, man. Well done, Robbie. Thank you so much. Well done. Thank you.
Tracy.
Jy vergeet jy.
Je moet gaan veel.
Yeah.
Pretty careful with what?
Kevin, you're not running away. know this, but you achieved a feat I don't think anyone has ever done. Maybe Mr. Bowles could check it up for us. It's your first year in this Masters last year, and you won this. How much does that mean to you? And I know you have had family here supporting you.
I came here last year, many first timers, I came here hoping to win one day. And I must say, I rode my run on Saturday. John did a little bit time, and gave me my first win on the first game. And then I played a big kick, and I thought that was going to be the easiest game of the week, and of course I lose. Probably didn't have a great game in the morning, and then I really lucky wins on Saturday, and obviously it loses your confidence a bit, and quite confident for the week. I've got an easy game to start, and then it gets tough from here.
So, for those who don't know, it's quite an epic battle. There was probably this past weekend. It was Durbanville versus Edgemead. And one of our national selectors plays for Edgemead, Nick Raffling. And Kevin was playing for Durbanville, and I was lucky enough to have front row seats because we were playing right on the rink next door. Kevin, you know that it's or Josh? What's easier? Putting these? Well, I think if you're a real good person, you can run and you get to play everywhere. Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you. Guys, I brought that up for a very good reason. For me, I was watching the game quite closely, and as we all know, Edgemead and Durbanville are very fierce competitors. And Kevin and Nick were having a good go at each other, but in a really respectful way. And that's how we want sport to be played, like fierce, a good battle. But the best thing was afterwards, they shook hands. Kevin had a beer, and I think Nick had one of his cherry Belgravias or something like that. But for me, it was just fantastic. It sums up what sport's about, what bowls is about. You can be competitive on the green, and afterwards you can shake hands and have a beer together. All right, we are, because Wade and I are so good, running ahead of schedule. All right, so we're going to rush on.
To be midnight, and now we're running early, and no one's happy about it. There we go.
Players sometimes the executive listen to feedback, so they've done quite well at keeping this quick. All right, so we're going to move on to the juniors, the under 30s. So same procedure, guys, up, photo, and then, yes, we will be grabbing one or two of you. In the ladies, section 1, Tabelo Mavango, Panashe Zaramba, Sean van Staden, Fran Baleri, Kelsey Hollis, and Kiara Skipper. Yeah, you're so right. I'll pick him well, eh?
Yeah, well.
Yes, please.
Now we're going younger. Well done.
Thank you.
So two things. A couple of months ago, I was doing a Portuguese on here, and I saw a phone ring.
Not a phone call I get all the time. It rings up on my phone, and the name is Tiny Kelvin. So Tiny Kelvin says, "Hey Wade, how are you? I believe you're going to the Masters." I say, "Yes, Kelvin, are you coming?" "Yeah, when are you going? Friday." "Okay, cool, let's hook up, it's going to be great." And the vibes are all-time high. He says, "Oh, you won't believe it. The men's Proteas have a training camp on the Sunday night. So Brad, if he wins it, he won't be able to have a couple of beers." I said, "Kelvin, let me stop you right there. Brad's not going to win it, so don't worry about any celebratory beers." And then he said, where's Kelsey? Then he said to me, he said something quite actually touching, so I'm going to read it. It's a poem. It says, "From Dad. My dear Kelsey, my sunshine, my star, I've watched every bowl, whether near or too far. From barefoot on greens to the player you are, I always believed you'd go wonderfully far. You taught me that bowls isn't just skill or control, it's patience and kindness poured into each roll. So tonight, as we cheer what you've grown to become, just know my proud heart says, my girl, you've already won. And with that, that goes my streak of not using AI once until that very moment. So thanks, ChatGPT, for that amazing poem.
So Tabela, I've got a few questions, but I've got one statement. I'm disappointed. Where are the glasses tonight? Tabela, you are a phenomenal young player. And I think there are so many of the juniors out there that would aspire to your experiences and what you've achieved. What would you say is sort of more nerve-wracking? Going on a green and playing with your friends and your mates like Annika and Desi against a great team like Australia, or having to go out by yourself and play in a junior BSA Masters final?
Playing junior masters final, because when I'm playing with my mates, they're giving me all the support that I can do it. But then when I have to be good on me one twice, I need to do them, but this year they give me back there. I'm just signing the
Good luck for the weekend. That's brilliant. Well done. Very well done. Thank you, Tabelo. Okay, so we move into section 2. Gillian Young, Devin de Jong, Emma Murphy, Lizandre Hildebrand, Ionka van Breda, and Aneska Richter.
And guess what? He also wrote a poem. I mean, what are the chances? The poem's titled Also From Dad. My dear Devin de Jong. That's clearly not ChatGPT putting in the actual surname. My dear Devin de Jong, my sunshine, my star. I've watched every bowl, whether near or too far. From barefoot on greens to the player you are, I always believe you go wonderfully far. You taught me that bowls isn't just skill or control, it's patience and kindness poured into each roll. So tonight, as we cheer what you've grown to become, just know my proud heart says, my girl, you've already won. Also, that breaks my streak. I'm now 2 for 2 on ChatGPT, so let's see where we go from here, folks. Wait until you see the poem Jerry wrote. So.
All right, so Gillian and Emma, I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to think about your question. And then I have to decide what to do. Right, anyone in this room, if you could pick any 4, and I'm not even going to say players, it could be anyone in this room who have the number 4 of them, who would they be? I did say 10 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to pick on Julian because she's just started a new job, so she's used to be putting on the spot. Jill. That's 4 at the front. Well done, David. You cracked the knot there. Right, so we are going to move on to The junior men now. Section 1. Arends Wagner, Adrian Buklis, Jared Bertini, Tinus van Sale, Amant Askeray, and Caldwin Lewis.
With Jared Berstini, how are you?
I'm Keegan.
Okay, so are you, wait, hang on a second. You must be really excited for your brother. I mean, going to play for South Africa must have been a big thing for the family.
Yes, I am.
No, man, you're supposed to play on the joke for a bit longer.
I'm excited.
Okay.
As well.
You're excited?
Yes.
Which
and
one
for
are,
him too.
Which one are you?
Keegan.
Are you Keegan?
Sometimes.
Berkey, you told me this is Jared. Okay, wait, we'll just, there's a technical glitch. We'll get, Keegan, can you come over here for a second? So you Keegan?
Yes.
And he's,
That's Jared.
and that's Jared. Yeah, no, you see, so I was right. Why are you playing tricks on me?
Sorry.
Okay, so how nervous are you for the Masters coming up this year? Why?
Because I need to do what he's done.
Okay, and now in a fan, have you guys played a singles match against each other?
Couple.
About 6 times.
And what's the score?
3.
So, okay, now we'll see who's the Mr. Bowls between the two. What's the aggregate?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, so as far as dream finals go, Sunday afternoon, the two of you?
That'll be the best.
And we've already built it the commentator's nightmare because it was hope for we'll say, the blue Berestini and the Berestini.
Yeah.
Okay, but Jared, lucky to chat to you and well done again for your brother's achievements.
Thank you.
And I know one of your favorite songs at the moment. You know this is coming. It's all it's still. So it's not around that stage, don't worry. Do you usually listen to music before you go on the air? Thank you, Amant. Obviously, Amant uses music to prepare for a game. And what's your weekend routine? Yourself up with the right mindset.
If you have a routine and you miss it, we will have a routine.
A young coming up bowler. Well done. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. All right, section 2. Baristine, Nomata Muvango, Mikus, Terence McGlynn, and Philip Schoen.
Well done.
You said no. I sat down next to you. You said no. I thought we were Chinese.
But you smell.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm here with Josh Turner. Josh, you know, I've been commentating a lot of games. You national singles and things like that. But you must be one of the favourites to win the under 30 Masters this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the opportunity of playing with the juniors.
Yeah, as a youngster coming up in the game, obviously it's nice to give a chance. And what do you feel about the under 30s as a category? Do you feel like, because obviously you've got a way to go before you graduate, are you proud that we still have the under 30s, or we don't just keep you at home?
Yeah, it's nice to see the future of bowls coming through at such a young age, lots of talent, yeah.
Why are you leaning into my joke? It's killing the vibe.
Is there a joke here?
Yeah, the joke is that you're in the open, and I've just told everyone that you're in the juniors, and we're live streaming to the whole of South Africa.
Hectic.
Anyway, Joshi, I think we'll just cross over to, I thought Aiden, oh, I've got the two of you. Sorry, Aiden, over to you.
Start with Aiden and Mamata. Aiden, you had a very successful 12 months and you have very great also played the greats in JDA. Have any of them passed on some important in the last month leading up to junior masters?
Yeah, so obviously playing with Jerry has been an honor. Even with Jason has been playing the same level. And playing with guys is also, even though
So we know you come from a big bowling family. Someone here, you have to race the bowlers in your family from top to bottom. What would it look like? So where's the old man then?
Thank you very much. Guys, we're going to enjoy a little bit of the sweet stuff. It's off to dessert, please. well as stuffed as I am after that lovely dessert. All right, guys, we're going to move on to handing out badges. David Lyda, thank you. We're going to just change the photo a little bit. Section 1, you'll come up, you'll have your photo, and then you can bond very nicely to the side. We'll then call up Section 2. Section 2 will have their photograph, and then we'll have a combined photograph with Section 1 and Section 2. Okay, so that's the only change we're going to make. All right, so starting with the ladies. In Section 1, we have Ismay Kruger, Colleen Pickett, Anneke Schiepers, Jackie Jansen van Rensburg, Maggie van Zyl, Lila Snyman, Michelle Haber, and Nicole Adler. Second time, guys. Well done. I am picking on you. Oh my goodness. But drive your photo please. And Isma, I'm picking on you as well. It's nice, don't worry.
Very comfortable where I'm sitting.
How's the view?
No, not too shabby.
And as a hotshot bowler, home turf, I was speaking to Jerry on the way here. We were stuck in about 3 hours worth of traffic. It's just a lovely place to come and watch bowls because you spend 3 hours driving. He reckons that you're the dark horse. How do you feel about that title?
I don't believe anything Jerry says.
You didn't say that. You said you got no chance. How do you feel about that?
I prefer that.
Okay, so as far as farewell tours go, you know you don't have to give that tie back. But have you got plans for next year, Feb? Maybe a Mauritius holiday?
Yeah, we're probably going to go away middle of Feb next year. Maybe go down to the coast. If you back up here, we'll probably visit the Western Cape.
And now tell me, between yourself and Brad Robinson, who left the trophy in Hong Kong?
You can ask Brad that question.
Okay, I'll head over there now. Thanks.
Up here next to me, and I've got the same question for both of them, and then separate question. Sorry, guys. So the first question is, what's the one thing about masters that still gives you butterflies? And Esme, you can speak Afrikaans.
Dis seker as ons die admin sien.
Like that?
This question. Yeah, this is difficult. I think it just gives you butterflies.
Yeah, it gives you butterflies.
Well, they do say your butterflies, you just let them fly in formation when you're nervous. So that I'm trying to do that now. But I think it's just the whole vibe of the masters. It's special.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Don't run away, don't run away, don't run away. Colleen, when youngsters or young players ask Colleen for advice, what is on the Colleen checklist the night before a big game?
I'm a little OCD.
Oh, now I'm here. I know a couple of other OCD players here.
When it comes to my stickers must be correct.
Neil, come. Don't look at Neil Burke's stickers.
They must all be in line, but no, seriously, what was the question?
She's wanting to look at mine. What's on your checklist?
Oh, the checklist, the night
checklist,
before.
yeah.
Oh, that my clothes are ironed, that I look good, my shoes are good, and that I've had a good night's rest, hopefully, and yeah, I'm ready for the next day.
Cool, thank you, Colleen. Esme, over to you, and again, Afrikaans is fine. So as the defending champion, and with the field sort of chasing you and, wanting to try and get a trophy under their belt, how has last year's win kind of changed, or if it has changed your mindset going into this year's Masters?
No, I don't think it's changed any mindset. I'll just try not to lose the first game because last year I lost my first game and everybody wrote me off. So I think it just brought in my mind, I said, I have to show them what I'm made of. So I think I'll just go in the same way this year, and relax and play, and I know I've done the work, so let's see what happens.
Yeah. Who's playing you? Is it the first game?
Yeah. First game.
Wow. Wait, why did you choose these two to question?
Yeah, exactly.
Ladies, thank you very much. Good luck for the weekend. All right, section 2 in the open, ladies. Marisol Rousseau, Ismay Haley, Desi Rosenblatt, Bridget Hesselman, Tara Janssen van Rensburg, Lara York, Elma Molo, and Natalie Butter.
Baker, no evening would be complete without giving Jerry a few words. But Jerry, I want to ask you a question that maybe you haven't asked before. I want you to build me the perfect bowler, okay? So I want to play the forehand draw, the backhand draw, the drive, and then the draw to the ditch with game down. If he draws and his ball stays up, he wins the game. But if he sinks it or he's wide and it hangs out, so let's go forehand. The one bowler in the field, yeah, you can choose yourself if you like, but not for all four. But best forehand in the field.
So let me start with what I know. I think the best driver I've seen in South Africa, my time's been Burkett. Burkett at his best was the best I've seen.
Okay, Berkey with the drive.
So I'll pick him on the drive. He can't draw, but he can drive. I think for a draw under pressure, these days I'd probably go for Jason, last end. If you want someone to get to the ditch to save your life, I'd probably pick myself. That's my lane. Backhand, I wouldn't pick me.
Would you? And not Brad?
Brad, I wouldn't pick for anything. I'd probably pick him as a paddle partner. So backhand, I'll probably go with you. Yeah.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And also, Jerry, at the last year's Oyster Festival, who skipped you?
Oh, I can't remember.
I skipped you.
Oh, did
You dropped yourself. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Jerry.
Maybe it's in the group.
Look here.
Remember Donnie?
Yes, that was terrible.
Oh no, man.
I'm going to ask you last.
Okay, good.
All right. I've picked on 3 people here. That's not that bad. Marisol, I was privileged enough to watch the final last year against you and Ismay, and it was a brilliant game of bowls. What do you think in that game either you could have done differently, or was there a particular end that you thought that Ismay played particularly well that kind of got away with you?
I can't remember that far back, I'm joking. That final has definitely played in my mind. I think if there's something that I definitely learned is some shot selections I would have done different. But being my first final in such a big event, I think I did well. I think, I really did well.
Cool, thank you Marisol, thank you very, very much. Bridge, you are the reigning BSA Open Ladies Champion. Do you think that title that you won, I think it was in May, adds any pressure to it? Of course, of course.
I
think it didn't be funny feeling, but it's definitely motivation vir my vir die jaar, vir die masters, want dit gee daai extra boost om net, jy weet jy kan dit doen, jy kan, as jy deur daai paar mense gaan, jy het dit, maar ja, ek is baie opgewonde.
Don't worry, I've got another question. So I watched that final, and there were a couple of really, really tight ends. So what is easier, playing a tight end in bowls or keeping up with your toddler? You've got to answer that.
Ja, dis moeilik. Dit is baie moeiliker met 'n toddler.
Sorry guys, I had to ask that. And I can't not ask the great Esme a question or two. So firstly, Esme, what number masters is this?
I think 22.
Wow. That's consecutively, except for 2021.
Yes.
Okay, so my question to you is, if you can remember so far back, 22 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, what in the game of bowls and against certain opponents, how would you say the game has sort of changed from then to now? And you can't say the colour of the clothing, that's cheating.
Nothing.
There we go, you can play then, you can play now. Thank you, ladies. Very, very good. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to move on to the men's open. Similar guys, section 1, just hang around so we can have a group photo. So section 1, we have Wayne Rittmiller, Bradley Robinson, Wayne Perry, Nick Serpenberg, Jerry Baker, Kenneth Olofse, CP Matheson, and Clinton Rooks.
And because we're running ahead of schedule, we're just going to let Mr. Bowles handle the 20
Yeah, how's it, Dwayne, are you?
Who gave you the nickname Mr. Bowles?
I'm not exactly sure how it started, but after a number of years of many people, including Jerry Baker, amongst others, I then started to embrace it. In the beginning, I was a bit embarrassed. So I thought, just take it upon yourselves, and eventually I got a number plate for my car as well.
Did Jerry force you to get the number plate?
No, I got it for myself for Christmas about 4 years ago.
Okay, and then one of my personal favorites, story between you and I, Nationals a couple of years ago, the Radloff Nationals as I call them, you got a silver and a bronze. And now tell me who made more money from that tournament, you or me?
Yeah, you won, you got I think 8, I'm not sure against who you played, and also 6, so you got a close on double my money.
So that's a good shout out to, I'm going to call him Geerseer Swanepoel. I know he's going to a few extra nicknames tonight, but Geerseer, perfect delivery, 8 and a 9, and I made more money than this chump who got a silver and a bronze.
Yeah, well done. I still prefer the medals than the money, but I don't play for the money.
Okay, but in the same way that your medals are fading and I spent the money, both of us are has-beens this time next year.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Okay, I'm going to ask the two gentlemen, but I know there's something that Bradley wants to say. Clinton, no, whoa.
Sorry.
I know you're keen, but just wait. Clinton, probably a question that everyone has asked many players here, but very simply put, how are the nerves feeling this evening sitting at the dinner?
No, quite alright. It's, I think it'll start tomorrow again. You'll feel it tomorrow.
And tomorrow, what do you do to get over those nerves?
Tomorrow I'll just try and relax and just do a little reading. Just go for it.
Cool, thank you. Bradley, you've had a lot of experience internationally and doing very, very well at the Masters. What's the pressure difference between playing international bowls and playing singles here at the BSA Masters?
Sure, that's quite a tough question. I think it's The competition here is fantastic. I mean, we all look forward to this weekend. Every play here will be the pinnacle of the year, probably, that we all get to play in. I think it's just a matter of maybe the consistency in international space. Maybe they're a bit more attuned to that. With that being said, I think looking at the players here, looking out to these guys here, and the ladies and gentlemen here, it's hard to compare that difference. So I think we've all got that ability, and there's no reason why we can't win at international level.
Cool, thank you. And I know you've got a few words now.
So I've had a couple of comments from, I would like to say young Wade, but let's just say Wade. So it was so nice to get interviewed by a good-looking lady rather than an ugly gentleman. So thank you, Wade, for not coming to our table earlier this evening.
Nixa, I had a few questions for you, but I could see you've been peppered by Wade already, so I thought I'd let you off the hook. Thank you. All right, so now we move on to section 2 in the men's open. Jason Evans, Sean Thomas, Wayne Roberts, Paul White, Cecil Borman, Brendan Ferns, Matthews Curry, and Josh Turner.
The 3 people to dinner. So choose the 3 people that you're going to take to dinner.
3?
Yeah. Well, you're the 4th.
Yeah. So I think I would choose you for entertainment,
Good choice.
Sean for the facts, and maybe Colleen Pickett for some intellectual conversation.
Colleen like that. Thanks a lot. Okay, well, that's a good one. And then, Jax, quickly, the Masters, you've come off midstream training. How are you feeling? You ready to make a big push this year?
Yeah, I think, every year you come here, you hope for the best. We have been fortunate now, a couple of us, to have had midstream where a lot of focus was put onto drawing, getting into that circle. So if we can't take that and use it to our advantage, then it's our own fault, really.
And then lastly, how do you get into the vibe, the match, the gears, what goes on in the head when you're going on into your first game tomorrow? Is there a theme song? Is there a thought, a mantra, anything like that?
Well, it's a secret.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's a secret. Should not give it away.
All right, guys, the last 2 interviews for the evening. Brendan, I don't think I've even been bowling yet. I might have just started bowling. It's probably 2018, and you won. I think it was the last big competition in Western Province, TG Western Province Masters. And it was a win that meant a lot to you, and there was a lot of emotion in the win. Can you unpack for us just the influence your family has had on your golf career and your successes up until now?
Yeah, that was the year my grandfather passed away, so it meant a lot to me. But family is the reason why I achieved what I achieved in this game. If it wasn't for my parents and my support system that I had, I would never be here, so yeah, I'm just thankful for them.
Cool, thank you very, very much. Jason, last year you made history, title number 6. You're the first male to ever get to that record. Colleen's got the record for the ladies, but the first is the men. What did that moment mean to you personally?
Yeah, it was really good because Jerry's a really good mate of mine, and I remember as a young 15-year-old playing bowls. The late Doug Watson came to me. I was practicing on the green because I wasn't allowed in the bar, and my dad was in the bar, So I thought, let me kill some time and practice, and I was probably practicing for about an hour, 2 hours, and the late Doug Watson came and said, "Young man, come here." And he said, "Why are you practicing so long?" And I said, "Sorry, sir." And he said, "Well, you're putting them pretty close." He said, "When you get them close, put your balls in the bag and walk off." He said, "What are you going to try and achieve? Do you want to carry on until it gets worse?" So I've always taken those words to heart, and 40 years later, basically, that it stuck with me, and to beat those legends. And look, I'm sure Jerry's also got a couple more in him still, because he's still playing great roles. But to get that one more than them, yeah, it was really good, because I rate them so highly, and they're legends. So yeah, it was nice.
Thank you for the honesty. So Jason, in preparation, I was like, oh, you've probably had thousands of these interviews, different shapes and forms, so I had to try and find a question, not like the boring one I just asked you, something a little bit more entertaining. So, if you had a choice in life to be the best bowler in the world, or an international singer, what would it be?
Probably make more money singing.
There you go, guys. Make more money singing. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. All right, everyone. Bowl South Africa, please take note of the finishing time. I think we might have set a record. Players, that means you can have an early night's sleep, and I know it's really, really important that you get an early night's sleep so you feel good tomorrow morning, especially sleeping in different beds. So thank you very much, everyone, for the evening. Thank you to all the dignitaries. Thank you for everyone for giving up their time. Wade, it was a blast. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you, guys. Safe home.